How's it going? I know it's a weird thing to say, but part of me dreads working on this thing. I mean, that's kind of a exaggeration, the word dreads, but like, I mean, this time I'm a lot more confident that everything is built within the specifications of the mechanics there, but I'm looking at this too, like, I don't really have to have this like this, but having it like that means that the golems should potentially drop out faster. I don't think this should cause a problem because within this 2-block square they should get pushed into the thing. So now I gotta add the spawn pads for the beds. I mean, what I was saying before about dreading, about working on the thing is like, I mean, it's just a lot of work. I mean, I've got the majority of it done. And it's me just complaining, just to complain, I guess. Like, I know that's, you know, everybody wants to watch that, right? Hey, that guy that complains all the time has made another video. Let me stop what I'm doing to go watch that guy complain about stuff. Like, I think if I put the spawn pads in and then fill them with beds, because I'm trying to do all the beds at once because the beds take up one inventory slot per piece. Should I do half slabs? So somewhere, this should be the center of this pad here. So 1, 2, 3. That's the clearance. So if I do a 4th pad, crap. Because the beds need to be, well, they don't need to be, but I want to make them on this level here. This just should be another one. 1, 2, 3. So that's where the entrance has to be. And this is where the bed has to be. Because I can set the bed to be within... Am I overthinking that? I mean, do I need to lay the beds in there like that? I mean, Doing it that way with the beds like halfway, like this, means that when they're standing on it, they're gonna be on like the same level as, so 1, 2, and then 1, 2, oh crap. So then it'll put the top of the bed, because I'm gonna break these blocks out. You should put the top of the bed. Is this right? I mean, this should be centered where that block is. Yeah, it's right. Well, there goes that plan. My plan of doing the beds after I do all the platforms, I think I'm just going to complete each platform as I go. Because then I'll know that the platform is built and not like not built. You know, and then it's built and it's, oops, completed. Should I make this half blocks? I mean, if I make this bottom half blocks, I can't put minecart track on it. And the other thing that I was thinking is, if I put half blocks, well, I mean, I know the fence works. I think I'm just gonna try it with the fence rather than try to put blocks around it, because if I put blocks around the whole thing, there's a chance that I'm gonna run into problems with getting the villagers into the right spots. And this way they should be on the same head level as the zombie. Like if the zombie drives by and the zombie's on this block level, having the beds here make sure that they're within range of where the spawner is, instead of like, you know, a half block above where they should be. Like the Y level. Like on half a Y level. So if this is 102, and this is 98, so 4 blocks would be 102. I mean, I could have the villagers be here. I mean, this puts the whole spawn like 101, and I think it's gonna round up because it's 101.5625. So it's still gonna count as 102 anyway. And you can jump off the beds that way. And I know if I put the half block birch things up here, like, it should stop them from getting out. But then if they're set down in here, then having the beds like this might make it so they can't see the zombie. Yeah, I should probably surround this whole thing in blocks. But then if I do that, then it's going to be potential spawn blocks. I think I want to... because they were spawning golems with the bed on the same level. And I'm not kind of not liking this pattern like this, like. think I'll try one like this, and if they spawn golems, then that means that it's good. I mean, they were spawning golems in creative mode. Bottom slab, yeah. I mean, that should be good. Let's give it a try here. I'm gonna connect this to this. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, cool. It does. And I can modify this later to be right as far as spawning everything goes. Or not spawning, as far as moving all of the villagers around the outside to their respective areas. Like I might have to add a second platform up here for switches, because I don't think that... And I mean, trying to fill all of these in with blocks. Because this wall should be outside of the range of any potential spawn area. And if I filled that whole wall in with blocks, I mean, that's a bunch of time and materials that I probably don't need to use. So that should be good. It should spawn me golems without them being scared. And then if I put the zombie minecart around the center, like I had it before. So I need 5 villagers. I need to probably put some of this stuff back in the box. Whoa. Yeah, it's frustrating that it's inconsistent, that they don't just go into the minecart. Like, you can try to push them into the minecart as many times, and like... Come on, dude. Get in the minecart. Like, there seems to be some random aspect to, like, when they decide to get in the minecart, and it's like, why? Why can't it just be you push them near the minecart, and they go in the minecart? And how is it that they're always where you don't want them to be? Like, me pushing them should override them pushing me or the minecart. Like, when I push the minecart, it should just go and push them out of the way. And he's just standing there like, dude, get out of the way. And this guy is in the corner and he won't go forward. And like all of the times that they won't path on a minecart, and now that's all that they're doing, like... they won't path over a rail, but when you're trying to move the villagers out, they're just staying on the rail. Like, dude, why, dude? I was gonna hit that guy and he's gonna stop. Oh, and just wrong. Wrong again. Dude, get off of the rail. How is it like this? I mean, it's the inconsistency that's frustrating. It's like, their hitboxes, the player in the minecart should come higher on the priority list of moving stuff. Like, they shouldn't be able to push me out of the way. And me pushing them, like, I shouldn't, like the run through them part should happen, like, slightly less. Like, you should have to put more effort into running through the mob before it stops registering that you're pushing them. I mean, this is just all my opinion. He's gonna bounce back down as I'm coming up, right? Yep, here he goes. Is he gonna go through me? Oh no. Him pushing me supersedes, me pushing him. So I guess I have to move that guy that's up there out of the way first. And you can't say that it's not frustrating. I mean, it's like, you know how when you use the pick to mine a stone block, that's pretty consistent, like every time that you do that? I mean, it's like, if instead of it being consistent, it only mined it like some of the time, it only like, and there's no indicator as to what is happening, like, it just does it sometimes because, for no reason, like. So, let me just send this one dude up here. Oh, that's real irritating. The thing that you're supposed to use you're supposed to, like, just one hit a minecart with the pick, and because it's efficiency 5, it just goes right through it. I'm gonna end up breaking this activator rail every time. Well, I guess if I just use the activator rail instead because it's on the activator rail. But I shouldn't have to. Like, this minecart should move this guy out of the way. So now it's just gonna be like, and there's nothing I can do. I can push this guy and hope that this guy decides at some point to move, like. And now you're gonna be right in the way when I'm trying to remove the minecart. I get so mad. I do. And like, I'm trying to hide it. You know, I'm trying to like hide my frustration here, but it's like... Like, that dude could have went any other place in this whole spot here. Could have went any other place. Nope, gotta stand right there and just stare at you. You can't move them, you can't lead them, you can't lure them. And if you hit them, then they're gonna go tattle on you to all the other villagers. Like... I mean, at least if you're working with like sheep or something, like if there's a sheep in the way, you can like hit them with something and they'll move out of the way, or you can put a lead on them or something. I mean, I know these are supposed to be people. Like, I get that part. Like, is that already a golem I see, or that's just his head rolling around? I'm not gonna see a golem because... And I'm fully aware that it's weird that I'm talking about putting leads on what are supposed to be people. And it's not about that. Like, I'm not trying to be like that about that. But they're video game characters. And like... I mean, if there were like some option to like, and like the solution that I keep coming up with is you should be able to push them or nudge them, or like the player pushing them in a minecart should have priority in the physics engine to do that. Like, I don't think that I'm being unreasonable in that. Like, I'm not trying to be hypercritical for no reason. Like, but to just have them stand there and stare at you blankly and have the standing and staring be a component of their behavior and not be able to move them, and they take priority over the minecart, and it's like, no. So, at some point, these guys should spawn a golem. Nice. Okay, so that level, that's gonna work. So let's see if the golem makes it to the edge. Which he might not. Huzzah! Okay, cool. So I gotta go put the lava buckets in there. And I'm aware that, you know, it's not really fun to watch somebody whine about stuff. I mean, it would probably be a lot more entertaining if I did what I, like, felt like I was gonna do. I guess I got 2 golems in here. And then end up turning into one of those people that scream in the microphone. But I'm trying not to be that guy. Like, I'm trying not to do that. I mean, I know people love those videos to death, but like, not everybody likes those. I personally am not a fan of the needlessly exaggerated screaming video. Like, I did come down here to put I can't say I'm not going to need more signs, either at some point in the future or I should be good to put in the soul sand thing, except I might have to modify this whole section because of the minecart and the zombie thing. But I really want a soul sand elevator over here. Like, I kind of want the soul sand elevator to be like right here. And I mean, I've tried to avoid doing it this often, but... Or not this often, but for this long. But I think I need to link up a portal and make like a downstairs portal and an upstairs portal. And the bad part is it's taking me this long to like to do that. Plus I don't have my ladder over there. And the reason that I've avoided doing it is the portals are so close that I might end up spending like X amount of hours trying to get it to work. Like, and I mean, that's kind of an exaggeration, but I don't want to climb up there anymore. And I know I'm gonna have to keep coming down here to empty out this box, which I've done all of this time. And the longer it goes without me doing it, is more time that I could have had it working and just used it this whole time instead of having to run over there or run over this way or take the minecart or, you know, wish and hope and pray that I had a soul sand elevator or a ladder or like. And the more time that I haven't done any of those things, just thinking that I'm gonna be finished, like, but I'm at a point now where I could probably do that. And what I'm trying to say is all of the time that I've spent not doing that is time that it probably would have worked and I probably would have got it fixed already. And so, this is just those 5. We've already got a few golems. And then 1, 2, 3, and then here. Then 1, 2, 3, and then here. Whee! Come on, golem. I mean, I know it's working. I don't know. I'm waiting for a golem. Free! And we've got iron again. And that's just passive mode. Because each cluster of 5 should spawn their own golem because they're outside of the detection range of where a golem could be. And they're outside of the range of the other clusters to detect if any of the clusters have spawned a golem. They're outside of the 10 blocks. So what it should equate to is roughly every 30 seconds, each of the 9 areas should spawn a golem. So even if they all spawn them all at once, which they might not, it should self-regulate to where all 9 of them are able to spawn a golem within a time where there isn't a golem in the area within the 30-second cooldown of spawning a golem, is what I'm guessing. So it should be 1 golem every 30 seconds times 9. So you get 9 golems every 30 seconds is what it should work out to be. And I say should because what I think it should be versus what it is probably going to be is probably not going to be right. And I kind of want to put a portal in here. Like if I put it too close to there or there, and like I have all of these other portals, so like it might just link up to wherever. Put my lava bucket here to remove the lava buckets. I'm gonna put those apples over there. Take some of this stuff back upstairs before I put in the portal. And see, I'm doing it again as I'm avoiding putting in the portal because I know it's probably not going to work and it's probably going to cause conflicts between the other portals because of how close they are in the nether. But if I make precise portals, like I'm going to have to move the portal in the nether to be precise to where it is in the nether, like, plus I'm probably going to need obsidian. Put these apples in here. And I'm trying to do too much stuff at once. I'm trying to clear out those boxes and think about a soul sand portal and think about the ladder and then worry about if they're going to conflict with the new one. Because I know that the upper portal up there doesn't match up with the coordinates for this one. But like they're all valid concerns, you know, like you can't say that the stuff that I'm saying about the way that things might end up working out isn't a valid concern, so it's like kinda have to worry about it. Like so I'm gonna have to move that portal. On the bright side, I get to use my craft notes thing. So I'm gonna need 10 for the downstairs. I'm gonna need to go mine more obsidian. And I'm avoiding saying what I'm about to say, but I think I'm gonna say it because I don't want it to stick. You know, like I don't want it to be like, you know, that's what I'm labeled with from now on. But it is kind of true, and somebody might come up with it on their own. But at least this way I can blame myself for saying it. It's like when I play this game, it's like Winecraft, right? Ha 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 ha! Right? No, but that's looking pretty good so far, that those 5 up there are just passively spawning a golem. So my theory that when I turn on the zombie, it should go from passive mode into turbo mode. And if I tune the zombie timing so that the zombie can't be deployed at nighttime, if I make the zombie track not connected to the villager track, because that was kind of my problem before, is I just did that to quickly see if it was going to work for my hour-long test after all the work that I put into it, just to see if it was going to work. And it did, but the zombie ran too long and caused them to, I think, die from being scared to death because they never got a chance to sleep. I'm still not sure what happened, but the other part that might have happened is they might have pushed, like, all ganged up in a corner and pushed this guy through just far enough to where the zombie that goes by could go like that and like hit him on the way by. in between those two factors of the zombie not having a long enough delay to where they could rest, because they do have to sleep at least once, and I'm not sure how long they have to sleep in order for that to register. But if I automate it with a daylight sensor to where the zombie just shuts off at nighttime, and then as soon as I jump in the bed, the daylight sensor turns the zombie back on, but I would also have to add a delay timer for when the zombie cycled around, give it at least a 30-second timer. And that's doable. I mean, like, I know how to do the redstone to do that. I was just kind of in a hurry to just see how much iron it was going to generate in an hour. I think it was, what, 800 something? With a less than optimal spawn pad design. It looks like an upside down temple. Like, on today's episode of Winecraft. Ha 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 ha. I kind of wanted to leave a grass block around that edge. Oh wow. May I make a suggestion? Run. I mean, it's not like it's not legitimate things to be concerned about. And you can't pretend to be happy about the villagers not doing what, you know, you would like them to do. And that it does eventually work. I mean, it just takes a while to move all of the villagers out of the way. But that one villager that just stands there and like spins for no reason on the minecart track because of the pathing thing. And it's like, some person is probably out there like, we get it, we know, alright, okay, like, the portal system seems to have been refined a little bit. And that could just be my incorrect perception of the portal system, but it seems to be a little bit more accurate than it used to be. Like, and here, like, for as much as I know about the truth of it, like, they could have made no changes to it at all, and it's just my incorrect perception that that's what happened, but it does seem like it's a little bit more accurate, because trying to get those portals where I have them for the farm, the village, and the home portal, and the golem farm, is like, that would have been really, really difficult. Like, you'd have to space out the portals farther away from where the coordinates said that they had to be to account for the other portals in, like, what seemed like the older version that I'm used to. And again, I haven't really played this since they've updated a bunch of stuff. Is this gonna work? Is the water gonna flow over that way? No. Oh, good. And still no. $27. I mean, I think I have enough. And it doesn't make sense for me to try to make it an even amount, because I don't have an even amount in the ender chest anyway. So I'm gonna have to move that original golem portal to where the new coordinates are for the new one, and then make a new portal in the nether and a new portal on the ground. And there's also a pretty good chance that it's not going to work, which is why I've tried to avoid doing it this whole time. It never seems like I have a lighter. What is this? Polished deep slate? I haven't seen what a lot of these blocks look like. So, before I do that, let me go put in the portal where I want it to be, like somewhere close to... Like, I'm probably gonna have to put it like here, because that's far away from here, far away from there. I might get lucky, because I kind of just want it to be a one-way portal, but having a consistent two-way portal means I don't have to, like, jump down. But if it ends up working like the way that I want it to, like, I can't put it over there, I can't put it over here. I think I'm gonna put it right here. So, let me type this into my program here. So 318 62 -15 4062 -2. This is the bottom floor golem portal. So that's where that should be. Let me just light it and see what happens if I go through. And the facing is east. plus X. And then if I go back through, is it gonna just bring me back through the floor? Okay, yeah. So, facing east and west towards positive X should be here, and it should be 40, 62, negative 2. So 40, negative 2 should be here. Right? Yeah, 40 and negative 2. I've got the other portal written down, the other coordinates, but I just want to check to make sure what it is. Probably going to cause linking problems because it's too close. I mean, plus I moved this, so oh crap. So I don't think I wrote down what the new coordinates were. The moved upper golem portal is 314. $98, and then negative 67. And click calculate. Click another thing. Let me put the cursor where I want it to be. And the facing is south north, which is positive Z. Now I know if I go through this way, shouldn't generate a new portal. It's gonna link up to the other one. So it should be 39. 39 and -8. Probably gonna mess up all my other portals. Dude, you got to be right in the way, right? Nice, they all work. And the downside is I should have done that a long time ago. So that means that all the time that I put off doing that There's time that I could have had that and I could have not even had to use a ladder or a soul sand thing. All of the times that I jumped down to fix stuff, it could have been avoided. On today's episode of Minecraft. Except it's not funny. Like, nah, trying to do that in the old portal system, they must have updated it to be better than it used to be, because nah, that would have never worked before. To have that many portals that close in the nether, even having precise coordinates, like, but I'm happy it works now. Like, that's the big upside of that. And I'm still gonna put in a ladder and I'm still gonna put in the soul sand thing, but this is all temporary. I might have to move this still. I might have to adjust that portal again. But and I totally forgot where all my junk is. Oh. Having this many portals in the old system, yeah, that's kind of not like, that kind of would not have been a thing. So this block then in Houston, we have a problem. Did I not put this in the right spot? And there he goes. This is the center of that pad. This is the short side. And this is the long side. And you know what it is? It's because they're able to get half a block this way on the fence and spawn stuff over here. And this isn't aligned properly to, so this whole thing has to be rotated. Crap. Which I didn't even account for that. I'm glad I only built the one. I mean, it spawns golems and I'm happy about that, but it's not right. This is centered along the wrong side. And if it's not, like, this thing should be turned this way, is what it is. But I got... Free! And they're just gonna go everywhere. Like, doing that should guarantee that they go in the minecart. Go to the minecart! I know you got a lot of spinning in circles to do, I know. He's up. Wow. Wow, I can't believe that it worked. Like, I mean, it's like genuinely shocking that he went in the minecart. It feels like winning the lottery. Because it's random. And not consistent. I mean, come on, dude, no. And now it's raining, and I can't do anything about that either. Why is it not hitting this? Which, I'm gonna have to fix my axe. I've only got to do this 45 more times. What was I doing? Oh, I gotta fix my axe. Where did that iron go? And it's like noon too, like, so this rain is just gonna keep going. It's gonna be a thunderstorm. No. No such luck, huh? Get out of my car! So, let me throw this beat up one in here. I mean, I should have plenty of iron to trade with to begin with, because I got all this reserve iron here. So, where's my axe guy? I think it's this guy right here. No. I think he might be the first guy I put in it. Nope, the second guy. So I'm gonna need about 4 of these. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be efficiency 5, right? I mean, efficiency 4 should be good enough to work on this. I mean, because I'm probably going to need a bunch of XP anyway. I mean, it's not like I don't have the villagers to trade stuff to. Are you restocked? No. Yeah, efficiency 4 will be fine for right now. I mean, I've got the emeralds and everything else. But, nah, efficiency 4 is fine for right now. You do gotta try to fix these boots. Because without that Death Strider boots, like, I can't take it for granted. But yeah, if you go through this block, it brings you downstairs. If you go through this block, it brings you upstairs. Which, I could probably just remove this, but I want to have a consistent portal that goes downstairs, like... So if that's the center, the beds have to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They shouldn't be able to spawn anything over here, but they spawned that golem over here because of the half block nature of the fence. So if I want to keep them consistently, like, within this block area, like, they can still get out like that, though. So how am I gonna make that work? And that means that the zombie is gonna have to go across the front here. I'm not sure if I put a half block there. And plus this isn't matching with the... Derp, 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 derpy derp, derp, derp. The other thing I didn't know that YouTube does is it provides a transcript, which is pretty cool. Like, I just checked one of my videos and I was like, transcript button. And it says like derp, 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 derpy derp, derp, derp. And it's like, that's pretty funny. I forgot to get the birch planks. Oh, the birch half block. The scavelting. Scavelting. Derp, derp, derp. Herby derp, herb derp. Excellent work. Great. I mean, just how do they do that? I mean, I know that it's not programmed for them to like always put stuff in your way, but like, I mean, it just happens so often that it's like, how? How is it doing that? Like, why are you like this? I see that's not gonna work. Because of course. I mean, it's just not gonna go, yeah. I mean, I guess I could remove this one block. But I want to have the turning point up here, right on this block. I mean, I guess I could move that down here like this. The thing that I'm worried about now is, are the villagers going to be able to see the zombie through this half block? And I don't think that they're going to be able to unless, because right here is where their line of sight is, where my head is. And I don't think they can see through slabs. But I don't want to put the fence there because I don't want them spawning golems over here. I mean, I guess I could just put half blocks around that whole thing there. I wanted to avoid putting the wall in if I could. But I want them to be solidly contained within this area. And I can't think of a way to accomplish that with the fence, like, and I don't know if they can see the zombie. I mean, rather than build everything or try to get a temporary zombie thing in there, I gotta test that. Derp, derp, derp. Like, I don't think that they'd be able to see a zombie through here either. I gotta sneeze, hold on. Derp, derp, derp. So, plus I want to get away from where the golems are. If I go high up enough, it should be far enough away from the golems. It should be outside of the range of the 16 blocks. So if that's the center block, and put the beds in. And then got the minecart track, got the half blocks. And how did I do that? I think I surrounded this whole thing in blocks. Is it like that? So you can't get out this way. So if I get a villager and a zombie, and then put the zombie in the minecart outside, put the villagers in here. Or not. Oh, so it makes them baby villagers, which I absolutely didn't want that. Where that switch is just enough to make it so they're not going to be in line of sight if they're standing on that block. Yeah, excuse me, guys. You kind of only need the adult villager here. And the one block that I want you not to be on. No, it's not me. It's not me imagining stuff. It happens way a lot. Like, how would I do this? How would I? Because can't put the switch here. Can't put the switch anywhere relatively close to there, and I need the activator rail to make it easy to get the villagers off of. And if they're hiding in here where they can't see the zombie, So I know if I put the zombie on this level, if I put it one below there, they probably just absolutely won't be able to see the zombie. But yeah, no, I'm not overreacting. The amount of times that they're just right in the exact wrong spot and won't move, and you can't do anything about it except for wait for them to decide to maybe spin around in a circle and stare at you again. No, it happens a lot and it's irritating. I'm not overreacting. So they should already be afraid of the zombie. And the zombie's probably going to push the minecart off because I don't want him to. So let's do time set day, maybe. Oh, he's burning. Oh no, they're scared. They can see him. But they have no place that's valid to spawn a golem, so maybe give them a spot to spawn a golem. Zombie's gonna burn to death in that time. As I try to save him. No, you need to go in the minecart, not the other way around, dude. It's not gonna happen. See, like, no, they should just, like, when you push the minecart at a mob, it should just jump in the minecart. Consistently every time, that's what should happen. Like, this is ridiculous. Why is it taking so long to get the zombie in the minecart? Like, so if I put the zombie there, they are afraid of the zombie. Which, it looks like he's able to get not burned by just the one. So, 30 seconds later, we should get a golem to pop up right here. Now, I'm real happy about this because I don't have to worry about the fence. And as they're scared or whatever, I mean, they'll still passively spawn golems when the zombie isn't there and when the zombie's turned off. But, yeah. Okay. So now that looks like it's going to be my go-to pattern. And plus, nothing here counts as a spawnable block because they won't spawn on half-block bottoms. They won't spawn on minecart track. They can't spawn on a bed. So the only available spot for them to spawn, so like... So they should also spawn one over here. Oh no. No, they won't. Because he's within the 16 block area of their checking for a thing. But nope, cool. I can put the zombie right on this level and they can't get close enough because it's a half block. And I think that's what happened is when they were running around crazy, when they were in a panic, they probably pushed one guy to the very, very max edge of the half block of the where the fence is. Like they managed to push one or more of them to this half block, and the zombie that's right here must have just been close enough to swat him. I mean, that's what I'm thinking happened. That might not be the case, but like... It's either that or they just were scared for a long enough period to despawn. Now this is gonna work pretty good. And because whatever path I make the zombie go on is going to yeah, whatever path I make the zombie go on, I can make the zombie go around anywhere, and they won't spawn it on minecart. Dude, and I have no knockback even in creative. Dude, go off the edge. So now they won't be able to spawn a golem here. So now I've limited all of their potential spawns. That should be good. Nice. And I don't need a 3-wide block. I only need just a 1-wide block, apparently, over where the zombie is. Yeah, and as soon as they have a valid spot, they spawn the golem. Look at him looking at him. It's totally the Undertaker meme. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. You need to not be directly right there where I need you not to be. Yep, that right there. Hey, 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 hey. So now the zombie shouldn't be able to get burned like this. He's made of bread. Made of bread. Zombie. Bread. And now they're not afraid. And here he comes back around. And it's time to panic. Okay, so the 1 block cover seems to work pretty good from the daylight. So it doesn't have to be 3 like I thought that it did. Made of bread. Made of bread. Zambuli. Made of bread. Okay, I'm real happy with the It looks promising. So now I shouldn't get any spawns here because this is the 9th block, and even if they're over here in the farthest spot of this block, they cannot spawn anything past 8 is the way that the mechanics should work. Like, oh, I forgot to turn it off. Or turn the activator rail on. Nope, just pretty consistent behavior of them always being in the way. I want to hit this villager so bad, just to move him out of that one block. Dude, please move, man. Just gonna sit there. And if I open the gate, this guy's gonna go back down, and if I go in and try to scoot that guy, he's gonna push back just enough to make sure that he stands right on the block that I don't want him on. It makes me so angry. I can't think of a way to hit him without hitting him. And I mean, like, I don't have to really worry about the trades, but I don't accidentally want to kill him either. Dude, get off of this block! Well, that worked. That was pretty lucky. Not gonna let me hit that switch, huh? How am I gonna make the zombie go around the circle without connecting the minecarts to this? Like, the other thing I just realized is the easy thing to do is to just continue this in a straight line, because it's going to be the same block pattern over there in the center and on this one. So I'm probably going to end up with 3 rows that go that way. Come on, spawn a golem. Like, I would throw snowballs at them because I'm pretty sure snowballs wouldn't kill them. And I know, like, I don't ever plan on trading with these guys, but I also don't want, like, them running around and then running over top of the minecart track and then running back down this way. And it's kind of one of those cases where it's not really that big a deal, it's not really that bad. You can move them where you want them to move them eventually. But the downside is, it's not really that bad, so like you seem like you're complaining about something disproportionately. Like it seems like it's unreasonable to be upset about it, and it's like, well, except for no. I mean, it's like if each individual thing were a grain of sand. Well, I mean, eventually grains of sand fill up an hourglass and it becomes like, you know, and you can't complain about individual, like, grains of sand. Well, it's just a grain of sand, it's not a big deal. And it's like, well, by the time, like, you know, you've got enough sand to fill this hole down here, it's kind of like... And then when you do finally freak out about it, you seem disproportionately, like... You know, what a psychopath. He's freaking out over nothing. Like, but it does seem like it's gonna work. And the zombie on this block level, they can see him even through the half slab. So now it's just a matter of building it. 7,000 hours later. It turns out that it was, in fact, made of bread. Got super excited to see the golem. Proof of concept, really happy about it. So, yeah. I mean, now that I know this is gonna work, which this, what I'm about to say has a tendency to turn out to, you know, bite me in the bread, but like, I think I'm just gonna wait to put all the beds and the villagers in after I get everything built. Is this not right? No, it's right. This is hanging off too far on that side, though. I mean, I'll put that section in when I get to the point where I gotta add the zombie. I just went through there. And I looked for it. I even looked for the... made of bread. Yeah, I'm getting excited here. It's all coming together now. And I only had to build a small ocean in space. Having a brain fart here. And since I'm not going to be messing with the villagers until afterward, I'm just going to put that in there. It's so awesome, guys. How am I going to manage that, though? Because you can only have a switch turn minecarts like one or two different ways. I mean, I guess I could make one that comes off and goes this way to send them that way. Because this one can have the switch on it that goes out around the side to get over to where this line has to be. But I don't want to have like a doubled up or tripled up or some kind of weirdness happening. So I think that's the easiest solution for this is if I just put another switch in a minecart going over this way. I'm not really sure where the center block for these pads are. I don't know where it is. Should be like right here is where it needs to go. Yeah, hiccups. Excuse me. Right, so I need the minecart track to come like 2 blocks off of there. 2 blocks to the other side. Yeah, not like 3 blocks. So that's the center block where the pumpkin is. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is where it should be. So I have to come 4 blocks, and the 4th block is going to be the minecart track. So this is where the center block is, this is where the pumpkin is, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 would be where it should merge with the thing. So 4 is where I should make the... It's just going to be in the way of where the spawner is. It should be past the 8 block mark. Yeah, it's past the 8 block mark. Hole. Oh yeah, that's that one that reminds me of the Zelda dungeon. It's just like some... Yeah. You know, it'd probably be better to make it come off of that block. If I have to make it turn like this anyway. Ah, crap. The poo-poo. And I should probably just do the same thing for the other line too. The zombie, how am I going to handle the zombie? Because I don't want to connect the zombie to this. I want the zombie to be his own thing, his own minecart path. I mean, what I could do is it's a bit excessive, but I could make the zombie like go out around and then come down in front of the villagers, and then go just like one or two blocks out and then go down the same path. I mean, I guess I could make the zombie loop and then go down the same minecart that he came down, which I think I might do that, because it'll save on materials, and just have like a circle like this, but like as the zombie goes down this way, it goes around, scares the villagers, and scares them on the way back through. I mean, I don't think that should scare them too often, so like, so long as there's a, 30-second delay between the time that the zombie goes around the track. And rather than have a switch up here and try to link this to that one, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did here as the same thing I did here. And just have the villager delivery minecart track. One for each row. This is right? Like, center block underneath the... centered underneath where the bed block is, yeah. They're planning something. They're planning their great escape. Spite. I gotta check something. 2 hours and 19 minutes. So, if version 1 was the one where I had the villagers all in the center, and version 2 was where I added this 8 spawn pads around everything, this is like the optimized version of version 2. So, it's like version 3. Version 3 is looking pretty good so far. That looks cool. This thing and that angle looks pretty cool. So I gotta find where the center block is. It should be like right here. Okay, so this is where the center block is. That sounded like a creeper. What was that? And then come 4 blocks out that way. So center block. So 1, 2, 3, and this should be where the minecart is. Right? So center block, 1, 2, 3. That ain't right. One, two, three. So it's 3, and then the 4th block from the center block. So 1, 2, 3. This one. Made of bread. Ah. Should just be able to leave this without putting a pumpkin in here. Because I don't think creepers or zombies or anything else will spawn on a minecart rail. bread. So now I gotta put the beds in. Crap, I forgot a fence gate. Where is it? Here it is. And now for the overwhelmingly reasonably fun part. I'm putting all of the villagers in. Which, since I know it's going to be frustrating, I think that I'm going to call it a video here. And then, yeah. So, ship them up here. But yeah, I'm calling it a video before I do that, and I'm gonna make a backup in case I break anything. By the power of standing right in the way. I know it's happening. But yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.